You know that one moment in life where you're lying on your bed at 2:17 a.m., staring at the ceiling, questioning your existence, your choices, and more importantly why your YouTube channel has exactly 37 subscribers and 12 of them are probably your relatives who don't even watch your videos. Yeah, this story begins exactly there. Because on that night, in that very moment of unnecessary self-reflection mixed with mild regret and a dangerously high level of overconfidence, I made a decision that would either change my life forever, or at least give me something embarrassing to laugh about later. I decided I was going to become famous. Not slowly, not with effort, not with consistency like those motivational videos suggest, but in the most logical and definitely foolproof way possible. In 24 hours. Now, before you judge me, understand that at 2 a.m., the human brain is not functioning at its highest intellectual capacity, and instead of making wise decisions, it starts believing things like, I could totally go viral if I just scream louder than everyone else. So I sat up, opened my phone, and said out loud, tomorrow, I go viral. And somehow, saying it out loud made it feel official. The next morning, I woke up with the confidence of someone who had absolutely no plan but believed deeply in their ability to somehow figure things out along the way, which, if you think about it, is basically how most disasters begin. I grabbed my notebook. Yes, I suddenly became the kind of person who uses a notebook when chasing unrealistic dreams, and wrote at the top. How to become famous in 24 hours. Step 1. Do something unique. Step 2. Don't fail. Step 3. Go viral. Perfect plan. Flawless. My first idea was simple, bold, and slightly dangerous. I would record myself doing something no one had ever done before. Now the problem with that idea is that everything has already been done, and the things that haven't been done probably shouldn't be done for very good reasons. But that didn't stop me. So I stood in front of the camera, took a deep breath, and said, hello everyone, today I'm going to eat a spoonful of every spice in my kitchen and rate them like a professional food critic. And in that moment, I truly believed I had discovered the formula for success. The first spoon was sugar, which went surprisingly well and boosted my confidence far beyond what was reasonable for someone about to consume chili powder. The second spoon was salt, and I immediately questioned my life choices but continued anyway because commitment is important, especially when you're making terrible decisions. Then came chili powder. And let me tell you something. There is a very thin line between bravery and stupidity, and I crossed it so fast I didn't even see it. Within seconds, I was coughing, crying, questioning reality, and making sounds that could only be described as a goat arguing with a microwave. But I didn't stop recording. Because content is content. After that disaster, I checked the footage, expecting at least some level of comedic brilliance, but instead what I saw was a grown person struggling to breathe while aggressively blinking at the camera, which, to be fair, could still go viral, just not for the reasons I had hoped. Still, I uploaded it. And then I waited, and refreshed the page so many times that even the internet probably got tired of me. After 1 hour, I had 3 views. One of them was me. One of them was probably me again. And the third one might have been my cousin who clicked by accident. But I wasn't giving up. Because if there's one thing more powerful than logic, it's stubbornness. So I moved to phase 2 of my plan. Do something even more ridiculous. This time, I decided I would go outside and interview random people. With completely unnecessary questions like, if you could fight one vegetable, which one would it be and why? Now, this is where things got interesting. Because people have very strong opinions about vegetables. One man looked me directly in the eyes and said, broccoli. It looks like it thinks it's better than me. Another person refused to answer and walked away like I had just insulted their entire family. And one kid, who I'm pretty sure was smarter than me, said, I wouldn't fight a vegetable, I would eat it. Which honestly, fair. After recording multiple confusing, slightly awkward, and completely pointless interactions, I went home, edited the video with dramatic music like it was some kind of serious documentary, and uploaded it with the title, The Vegetable War Nobody Talks About. This time, I was confident. This was it. This was the one. I refreshed the page. 10 views. Then 25. Then 100. And suddenly, my brain went from, this might work, to, I am a genius and history will remember me. The comments started coming in. Some people were laughing. Some people were confused. And one person wrote, "Why did I watch this?" Which, in my opinion, is still engagement. Hours passed, and the video kept growing. 1,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views. And at this point, I was no longer a normal person. I was pacing around my room like a scientist who had accidentally created something powerful and didn't fully understand it. Then, out of nowhere, it happened. A comment appeared that changed everything. "Bro, you should do part 2 where vegetables fight back." And I just stood there, staring at the screen, realizing that I had unintentionally created something much bigger than myself. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I made part 2, and part 3, and part 4. And before I knew it, I wasn't just a random person with a dead channel anymore. I was the person who started a completely unnecessary but somehow entertaining series about vegetables. By the end of the 24 hours, my channel had gained thousands of subscribers, my notifications were going crazy, and I was sitting there in silence, trying to process how my life had gone from 37 subscribers to internet vegetable expert in less than a day. And the funniest part, none of it went according to plan. I didn't become famous because I was smart. I didn't become famous because I had a perfect strategy. I became famous because I did something weird, stuck with it, and somehow people liked it. So if you're watching this, wondering if your channel is dead, if your content isn't working, or if you're just wasting your time, just remember this. Somewhere out there, a person became popular by asking strangers which vegetable they would fight. And honestly, you can't do worse than that. Sometimes success isn't about doing something perfect, it's about doing something so weird that people can't scroll past it.